Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to understand class and object in Java. If you are a beginner, don't worry. I will explain everything step by step in very simple language. Let's start. What is a class in Java? A class in Java is a blueprint or a template used to create objects. Now, what does blueprint mean? Blueprint means a design. For example, before building a house, we first create a design. That design shows how many rooms, where the doors are, where the windows are. But that design is not a real house. In the same way, a class is just a design. It defines properties, which are variables, behaviors, which are methods. Very important point. A class does not hold actual data. It only describes what an object should look like and what it can do. In simple words, class is equal to structure or design. What is an object in Java? An object is an instance of a class. It is the real implementation of the class. It represents a real-world entity. An object contains actual values for the properties defined in the class. An object is created using the new keyword. When we create an object, memory is allocated. In simple words, object is equal to real implementation of the class. So remember, class is the design. Object is the real thing created from that design. Real-life example car. Let's understand this with a simple example. Suppose we create a class called car. Inside the car class, we define color, brand, speed, start, stop. This is just a structure. Now look at real cars. Red BMW, black Audi, white Tesla. These are objects. Car is the blueprint. Each real car you see on the road is an object. Every car has its own color, its own speed, its own condition. But all cars follow the same structure. This is exactly how class and object work in Java. Important rules about class in Java. Now let's understand some important rules. Rule 1. Class must be declared using class keyword. To create a class, we use the keyword class. Example: class student. Rule 2. Class name should start with a capital letter. By naming convention, class names should start with an uppercase letter. Correct. Student starts with capital S. Car starts with capital C. Wrong. Student starts with small letter s. Using a capital letter makes the code clean and professional. Rule 3. A class can contain variables and methods. Inside a class, we can define instance variables, methods, constructors, blocks. So a class can contain both data and behavior. Rule 4. A class does not allocate memory. This is very important. When we create a class, memory is not allocated. Memory is allocated only when we create an object using the new keyword. Rule 5. Only one public class per file. In Java, only one public class is allowed in one file. And the file name must match the public class name. For example, if the public class is main, then the file name must be main.java. Now let us understand the important rules about objects in Java. Rule 1. Object must be created using new keyword. Objects are always created using the new keyword in Java. For example, student S1 is equal to new student. In this line, Student is the class name. S1 is the object name. New is the keyword that allocates memory. Student calls the constructor. When the new keyword is executed, memory is allocated in the heap and the object is created. Rule 2. Object is instance of class. An object is always created from a class. A class is just a blueprint. An object is the real implementation of that blueprint. If there is no class, we cannot create an object. So remember, no class means no object. Rule 3. Each object has separate memory. If we create multiple objects like this, student S1 is equal to new student. Student S2 is equal to new student. Both S1 and S2 have separate memory locations. That means, if we change the data of S1, it will not affect S2. Each object stores its own copy of data. This is a very important concept in object-oriented programming. Rule 4. Object access members using dot operator. To access variables or methods of an object, we use the dot operator. For example, S1.name, S1.display. The dot operator connects the object to its variables and methods. Using the dot operator, we can assign values, call methods, access properties. Rule 5. One class can have multiple objects. From one class, we can create many objects. For example, from the student class, we can create student S1, student S2, student S3. There is no limit to how many objects we can create. Each object will follow the same structure defined in the class, but each object can have different values. Now let's understand the program step by step. First, we declare a class. To create a class, we write the keyword class. Then we write the class name. Here we write class student. Here, class is a keyword. Student is the class name. Now we open curly brackets. Class student. Now our class is created. Inside the class, we declare variables. We write string name, int age. These are called properties or instance variables. String name is used to store the student's name. Int age is used to store the student's age. These variables will store data for each object. Now inside the class, we create a method. We write void display. Here, void is the return type. It means this method does not return anything. Display is the method name. Then we open curly brackets. Inside this method, we print the values. We write system.out.println name plus name. System.out.println age plus age. This will print the name and age of the object. Now our student class is complete. Now we move to the main class. In Java, only one class should be public in a file. So here we write public class main. Here, public means it can be accessed from anywhere. Class is a keyword. Main is the class name. The file name must also be main.java. Inside the main class, we write public static void main, string, args. This is the starting point of the program. Execution starts from here. Now inside the main method, we create an object. We write student S1 is equal to new student. Let's understand this carefully. Student tells us which class object we are creating. S1 is the object name. You can give any name. Here we give S1. New is a keyword that creates memory. When the new keyword is executed, memory is allocated in heap storage. The object is created. S1 refers to that memory. Student calls the constructor of the class. Now the object is ready. Now we assign values to the object. We write S1.name is equal to Ramesh. S1.age is equal to 21. Here, S1 is the object. The dot operator is used to access variables. Name and age belong to the student class. Now, name is equal to Ramesh. Age is equal to 21. These values are stored inside the S1 object. Now we call the method. We write S1.display. Here, S1 is the object. Dot is the access operator. Display is the method call. When we call display, control goes to the display method inside the student class. Inside the display method, it prints name, Ramesh. Age, 21. Why? Because when we created the S1 object, we assigned name is equal to Ramesh. Age is equal to 21. So it prints those values. That's all about class and object in Java. In the next video, we will learn about constructor in Java, which is used to initialize objects. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.